summer from the get-go. Don't forget about the resto. Jump, jump, jump until you let go. One time to take your body back. One time to sail offshore. One time to take your body back. One time to catch me at the encore. Stand in your tippy toes, run into the waterline. It's just a heat on your tummy and a oil for the shine. Super like a summer, don't you think so? Super like a summer from the get-go. Don't forget about the pesto. Jump, jump, jump until you let go. One time to take your body back. One time to sail offshore. One time to take your body back. One time to meet you at the encore. Take your body back. Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino shot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage.
And welcome to Gino's Spot, ladies and gentlemen. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why, Gino, why didn't you shave? It's because I didn't have time. I was flying in. I've just flown in from Abu Dhabi we actually flew into Bishu. My arms are so tired. Of course, I am dressed in this my finest, splendid robes because we have tonight Dave Leverington, who has come all the way from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. That is right. So we have put on our resplendent clothing for you today for this amazing interview. It's going to be such fun. And welcome to Gino's Spot. Wonderful to have you aboard. I hope you've got something to drink and that you're putting your legs up and relaxing after a long, soul-sapping day of work. And if the sunshine is here, I've just come back from Cape Town, actually. I was in Cape Town yesterday. Pringle Bay is flooding like you won't believe. There's so much rain there. It's crazy. And we've had some good rain, so I'm glad that we've had our tanks filled up and everybody's feeling a bit happier. Hopefully the water's flowing into the dams. Thank you, Camilla Ellis. Very nice to see you. Of course, I come into town here and I just buy things. I have got my oil. Do I smell like oil? I've got my oil. I just suck out of the ground and make lots of money. And then I come here and buy a lot of things. I buy Bishu Airport. And then I buy some game farms. And I buy Edward Hotel. I buy the Edward Hotel. And it's very nice. I paint it. And then I just bugger off. So thank you, Arab, indeed. So I thank you to our sponsors, Spa. Thank you to Spa. And to Amubia Internet. And of course, at the end of the evening, as per usual, we have a giveaway, which is from Fitch and Leeds. Thank you very much to Fitch and Leeds, because we're going to give away an entire case of Fitch and Leeds for you to enjoy. And also, thanks, Keith. KC popped in today with some of his punters. Lovely, lovely. We've been refilled. So we're ready to go again for the next couple of weeks. Wonderful. We're gonna let's sing a little song, and get you guys in. Send me something in the comments. Sam, write a comment in there, and I'll sing it for you at the bottom here. And get yourself, if you haven't got yourself a drink already, get yourself a drink and relax, and get ready for Dave Leverington's interview, which is going to be fun indeed. All right, let's get the song going. Let's get the song happening here. All right. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will. Oh, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I said Carol Jacobs is there. She's always riding out there. And all the way from East London. Very nice to see you. Goodness gracious, great balls of tire. Wendy Thompson. Help me, baby. I want to love you like a lover should. You're so good. You're so fine. Put another comment and I'll whine. Chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I sure am nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby. You drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Alright. Merrill Leverington. That must be the family. The family. Yes. Hi, Gino and Dave, watching from Somerset in the UK. I hope it's nice and a sunny day. Camilla Ellis, have I got a harem? I don't know. Let me see. How many camels do you cost? Herman de Blanche. Hello, Herman, it's nice to see you. You are a glitter bug, that is right. I can't help it cause I'm so rich, I am so rich. Richie Habib, nice to see you. I don't know if you've got some this in you. Alright, Anthony, open my Oh, very sunny, thank you. Thank you very much, Meryl. And I think we are right about ready to go straight into our interview. Dave Tudor. Tudor, indeed. Very Tudor of you. Tuning in all the way from Wetherby. Where is Wetherby? I don't know where is Wetherby. It sounds like it's somewhere in England. It must be somewhere in England. Let me know where Wetherby is. Wetherby. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our guest to come on so that we can have a nice, lovely chat to him.
Welcome to the show. Now it's your time to shine. We're gonna have a lekker chat tonight. Another good time.
There we go. Ready to rock and roll.
Yay!
I think I must take this hat. I can't hear anything with it on. When I say hat, I mean my whatever you call this. What do you call it?
It's hijab.
Hijab.
No. The men's one is.
It's called something else.
It's called something
I don't know.
else.
Somebody in the comments can tell us
I can't
what
remember.
these outfits are card. But Dave, fantastic to have you on. Well, welcome back.
Good, yeah.
To PE. I mean, I know PE Boykie. Why are you back? What are you doing?
Well, first, I've got a present for you.
Oh,
So something I've been wanting to give you
No.
for ages.
no ways! The 2000 minute, the music video. A VHS version of Emily
VHS,
Childs.
good luck with that.
No ways! By Christo Fourie, it says on here. Christo was the guy who did.
Yeah, it's got the backstory written here and everything.
No, look at that. Recent film, Christopher
My
Reed.
old man obviously recorded it and
Yes.
did something with it, or I don't know.
Direction came from
like
Brad Beans. Oh, because Brad always had to get his bloody finger in there
It's
somehow.
like-
A concept and sound formulated before the shooting commenced. This is the whole flippant. This is fantastic. I'll keep it over here with my things.
Yeah,
With
classic.
my memorabilia.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Eminent child. Of course, your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad. Alan Leverington. What a legend.
Yeah.
Also a drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, obviously, I worked at Pop Shop, and I remember your dad. He used to come in a lot and talk about he was playing with the band. Was it Emmanuel?
Emmanuel, yeah.
Emmanuel band. It was great. And they were busy. They were all over the place.
Yeah, all over. That's how we grew up. I mean, like, growing up tour baby, you know?
Yeah.
Go along to all the gigs all over the place. And when I was really small, I remember when they're doing band practices, sleeping behind the drums, you know?
You think that had an effect on you? I mean, it certainly did in my life.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Did it get
yeah, I
you
mean,
into it?
we I mean, that's how I've grown up in the industry, you know.
Yeah.
So it's I grew up like that, touring, going on gigs. I used to sleep in the flight cases, like underneath the stage, while they above the stage performing. You know, we had stuff like that. And there was a whole group of us kids that used to just mission around. You
Well,
know?
at least with Emmanuel, at least it wasn't sex, drugs, and rock and roll. But I'm sure it must have sort of encouraged a bit of music in you as well.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I never learned to really play any musical instruments other than a turntable. You know, that was my passion. I got into DJing, and I went from there, and I went and studied music and DJing and stuff in,
So you
in
studied?
the UK. Yeah,
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I got a degree. A degree. Shit. I got a degree in,
wow.
DJing. Yeah.
In DJing?
Yeah.
No ways.
Yeah, no. I studied
you
at
do
the
that?
Technics Academy in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
So I got like actual certificates.
No ways.
City and Guilds like stamped.
How's that? They can't be many people with those around.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
what I did, and then from there just amalgamated into doing corporate gigs and events and then out of that was Above and Beyond born. That was 17 bloody years ago.
Let's we're going to get to Above and Beyond just now, but let's just go at the moment you're back, and obviously Above and Beyond is you've got to come and sort out things here and make sure that you can, because you're running the company from over there. It's from Saudi. That's where you're based.
I've been in Saudi now. Two trips. Second trip was first trip was last year, end of last year, and then from end of January, February again.
Okay. And here now just to sort.
So
things out.
I needed to come back. Need to sort stuff out. As I said, my feet haven't touched the ground. It's been flat out busy
It's a good sign
since I've been back. Yeah,
for PE.
So the business is busy, you know.
Okay,
So sort some things out, sort some personal stuff out.
Okay.
And then I need to go and spend some time with the kids in the UK.
They're in the UK.
Yeah, they're in the UK. So I miss them. You know,
and I'm sure.
Family over there. So go back to the kids and spend some summertime. Some holiday quality time.
It's beautiful weather there at the moment, I think.
And I mean the Saudi season, the event season tends to be from August, September through to May.
Okay.
Because now it's summertime there, so it's way too hot to do any type of events and stuff. 55 degrees.
Of course, so it's just too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot.
Crikey Moses.
So I mean, when we left, the day we left, it was 41 with like 2% humidity. It's just
dry and hot.
Yeah, it's dry and hot. So you can't do events. You can't even sit in the production tents. It's just sweat boxes.
Really?
Yeah, even with like 4 air cons going.
Is that the only way they can survive is with air cons and stuff?
Everything's aircon. Everything's aircon. Yeah. You learn to sleep with an aircon on. The last accommodation in my room, it was like a real old donkey aircon.
You just wonder how.
And that thing that sounded like sleeping next to a jet engine.
Really?
But it's either that or you die of sweat.
Yeah. I mean, how did these Bedouins actually survive in these hot?
So it's quite fascinating. If you double layer tent, then the hot air gets trapped in that center layer.
Okay. Yes.
And then it can be filtered out.
Oh,
because obviously hot air rises.
Okay.
So if you look at the old traditional tents, the Bedouin tents or the Arabic tents, a lot of time you'll see them double layered.
Okay.
And that concept, yes, even in our production tents on an event, we'll drape it. Drape the whole inside, and you're like, wow, there's a bunch of technicians. But anyway, you don't need fancy, but they drape it. But it's to help keep the heat out.
Okay.
Because that single layer just,
Jeez, look.
And you see it in some of the buildings as well. We saw some of the hotels there where it's like the building of the room, like a single bedroom, like apartment thing, part of the hotel, and they put a big Bedouin tent
over the top of it. Okay. And now, just gigs at the moment. What kind of gigs are you guys doing above and beyond?
Above and beyond.
Yeah.
A lot of conferencing at the moment.
Okay.
We did a nice big event for one of our clients in Utenag yesterday.
Okay, nice.
That was like the staff function.
Okay.
But it's been a lot of conferencing, hybrid conferencing, and
this hybrid conferencing is still. I mean, it was always online only. Now it's coming back live, I suppose. So they're doing a hybrid.
Yeah, and I think corporates are just they maybe not spending as much money, so if they don't have to fly people down, let them get together.
The bosses don't want to fly down. They're like, no,
they can get together in their office in Joburg, and we'll just stream it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they stream it with lots of.
But we knew that was going to happen anyway.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay, but now let's get into a little bit of your own history. Were you born, bred PE?
Yeah, born and bred in PE.
Okay.
Went to
Leverington. Your mom's name?
Janet.
Okay, Janet.
So
she's still alive as well.
Yeah. She's getting bloody married in January.
Oh, is
She's
it?
met a nice man, Errol.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, so she's
okay.
happy, and yeah,
All right.
that's important.
Well, so
Yeah, no,
cheers,
go on.
cheers to your inheritance.
Cheers,
It's
yeah.
going to Errol now. He's taking it away.
Yeah,
Okay, he's there with Errol signing that an anti-nutshell.
yeah.
Okay, so born
So yeah,
here,
born and bred in PE.
and where schooled?
Alex, yeah, went to
Alex.
Alex, yeah.
Okay, but
Herbert
June,
Hurd and
June,
Alex.
Herbert Hurd, another Herbert Hurd. boy.
Herdian.
A Herdian. Gary was also a Herbert Herdian. Is that what they call them? Herbert Herdians.
Yeah. So we got actually a long legacy at the school. I mean, my mom was there, and
Oh,
all of
really?
them. Yeah, my grandfather was like a big supporter of the school. Go there, and all the pledge boards with his name on and stuff.
Leverington
Yeah.
over everywhere.
No, Regnot.
Oh, is he a Regnot?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the Regnots, I know
Regnots,
quite a
yeah,
few
yeah.
Regnots.
So yeah, we got a long history with some of the schools. Yeah.
And did you enjoy school? I mean, did you?
Yeah, I mean,
What kind
yeah,
of
I
scholar
was a naughty shit.
Were you?
Oh yeah, proper.
Yeah.
But I mean, was a real sportsman, so I played all the first team sports and got up to nonsense and.
So that was
So
that your thing?
the balancing act.
And no
so,
music.
So if you cause trouble, the first team coach will get you
Yeah,
out of it
right,
because you got to play sport on the Saturday. You know.
Okay. So proper sports vibe. And then, I mean, you didn't continue into clubs and stuff like that afterwards?
A little bit, but not much. Yeah, I mean, at one stage I was playing three styles of hockey. Playing first team field hockey.
Yeah.
I was playing ice hockey and inline hockey. Remember back in the
Ice
days?
hockey, wow.
And we were playing ice
Wait,
hockey.
Bay West or
No,
JD?
before then it was John
JD. Ice rink. No, you get it. I'm surprised you're not a drug addict by now. Sketchy places.
Sketchy
Oh,
places.
my
But that a few of us did, eh? And yeah,
That's incredible. I
I
didn't
played
know
a
you
lot of sport, and then and then it just and then when I went overseas, then I sort of just stopped a lot of it, you know.
Did you? I mean, what happened? So after school, did you study after school?
Yeah, I went straight. I went straight
overseas.
overseas. I did throw a backpack on. Said to the folks, that's where I want to go.
Really?
Saved up. I
Yo,
landed with very little money at 19.
19 then. That's independent.
Yeah, completely independent, and all I knew is I wanted to get to Manchester because that's where I had to study, and I had 6 months to raise enough money to be able to study.
You mean you went without the money?
No, I managed to scrape the deposit together to put my name, get my name in that, because the school was quite exclusive, so like 60 students a year.
Yeah.
So 60 students from around the world. So I was the only South African, and just to get in there and then I had to work graft behind a bar nightclub, and used to run from lectures to bar, work all night, get up, go back to lectures, like dying. You do a couple of days of those, it's difficult, but I put myself through the studies.
That takes a lot of balls, to do
For a year or
something
so,
at 19 to be that independent. It takes
I
guts.
spent a night or two on the street when I ran out of money.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's other stories, but
Okay.
it wasn't easy. I mean, being a student in a big city, going from PE to somewhere like Manchester, it's the language thing. You don't know anybody. It's friends. Yeah.
How did you make friends? I mean, did you have nobody there that you could stay
No,
with? Did you?
no. I mean, I had family, but they were all more down south.
Okay.
So it's
London.
just outside London and stuff.
Okay.
So.
Because Manchester's quite away. I mean,
it's up north. So and had no one. You just make friends as
Where
you
did
go.
you stay?
I managed to find a student accommodation, and then I stayed in like a 1-bedroom little student flat.
Yeah.
One of those share flat type.
That
things.
is crazy stuff.
And I had to hustle. A lot of times you run out of money and stuff like that, but then we eat at work,
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Working behind a bar, obviously, then I made friends, because it was actually the Springbok bar. It was the Springbok bar in Manchester. So there was quite a few South Africans. One of my best friends now is Sean, my housemate. He's been living with me and taking over all my stuff. Sorry, Sean. But I met him over there, and he gave me the job, and then and then we've just been friends since then.
Incredible.
All over the world, he's gone and I've gone, and we sort of always. Long story, but it's
And how many years was that then? 3
about
years?
2-3 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know my son is 19, and the thought of sending him over there, I don't know. You sink or swim, I suppose, in the end, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but you'd actually decided on this yourself.
Yeah, I decided, and that was it. Put my head down and went for it, you know.
And were you like? I mean, at school, were you always independent like that as well?
Yeah. I was like DJing in some of the nightclubs, and like Matric. How I got through Matric, I don't know. Trying to think of some of the clubs there in Brooks Pavilion. What is the one?
Oh, crikey! I mean, Tapas was there, and
Tapas was there. There was old Indigos. I can't remember the name now.
Indigos. Tequila Sunrise.
One after that. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I used to play the Wednesday night pig nights.
I know you'll know. Somebody tag Roger
like how many
Hilligan.
Thursdays did I miss high school? You know? Because of the DJ on the Wednesday night pig nights.
Oh no way!
And it was like $50 and all you can drink. It was a debauchery.
Yeah, let's have a look at some of the comments coming at you as well. I see a couple of people. You can say how's it to Anthony
Camilla says
Opperman.
you can watch a
VHS tape. You're right, Anthony. Hey Yorkshire. Is that Dave saying that? Mr. Old Days, Omri. Yes, that's and Adam Whitfield. Said, how's it, Dave?
Whitfield.
And smoking in the water polo bathrooms. Oh, really? Yeah. Black it in your lungs, you bastards. He's like, Barbara, man, how's it, Barbara? Hope you supported the team.
Which team?
Manchester.
Oh, Manchester.
Is it?
No. Look, my daughter's born in Liverpool, so.
Oh, Liverpool.
Yeah, it's Liverpool. Yeah, it's Liverpool all the way.
Redizios.
Yeah.
Was it Redizios? No. I think somebody
God,
tag Roger Hilligan. He'll know the other club there.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Macy's are watching. Hey,
the Macy's.
Yeah.
Excellent. These mates of yours.
Yeah.
The Massey Hicks.
Met them with the. Do you know that Patrick and them? Yeah.
I'm sure I've met Patrick before, so I know that
he
name
also
well.
plays guitar and Sarah's. She's a good singer.
He's okay. No, and so okay, so amazing. On your own, like out in the wild, because that's Manchester. I mean, it's pretty
it was wild. Yeah.
Solbin and
proper party through you, proper blur through your 20s. Yeah.
Okay, because everybody else was in London, I think most of them.
Yeah. But Manchester's, a big music scene. It's huge.
What year was that now? That
2001.
Wow.
2001, 2002, 2003.
Mick Hucknall.
Yeah. It's coming out of those old, those 99, 2000 rave. That's a rave era, you know.
Out of the rave era into the 2000s.
There was still some big clubs there. You ain't got a club and it's like 2,000 people in a club, you know, going crazy.
It's like
all night, all day.
Okay, so then after that, where'd you?
And then I came back, and then we had some gear. We had some, my dad and them were into with the media company.
Yes.
And then they started getting some government gigs, and then we were like, oh, can you do the lighting? Oh, we can do the sound. Okay.
Right, okay.
And then I sort of fell into the event side of things, the more AVL technical stuff. And obviously having grown up with it, and we're just like, well, if we're going to do this, we might as well do it, And then it just got more serious. You get a few corporate clients, and off you go, you know. 17 years later,
it's crazy, eh?
It's crazy, yeah.
And
it's a massive roller coaster, huge.
It is. One night you've got nothing, and the gigs just fall out of the sky. Because I know from myself as well. You wander around, and these gigs just plop out of the sky, and you think to yourself, what
tomorrow
the
morning?
hell?
Can we have it tomorrow morning?
What am I going to do next year? I don't know if it's even going to happen. And then there's COVID, which even puts more doubt in your mind. So it is certainly a roller coaster ride. And then actually, so your dad was in the company as well, obviously.
He was on the side, and he we all worked together, big family business type thing, but it was two separate companies. And then I got some business partners involved for a couple of years, and I brought them out, and we just kept growing it. This vision of building this massive.
Gigs where you overextended yourself.
Yeah, plenty.
Tell me, can you remember any stories about gigs that you're just like, you're like, oh my word, am I supposed to do this? Or sign up for this.
No, I'm opposite. I'm like, I don't even know. Nothing's impossible. I'm like, no, we'll make it fly.
I think that's a common.
Don't ask me how I'm going to make it fly, but I'll make it fly for you. Yeah. So it's I don't know. I mean, we did some really big stuff. Like I mean, back in the old days of Platinum, and then we used to work a lot together. Some of those big government gigs.
Miller, eh?
Yeah, and I mean, I remember being involved in some of the gigs that they did, and we had to come in and do a section or run video or whatever, and it was like a stadium. It was like 40,000 or 30,000 people. It's like mental, And
there we go. It says Umtata revolving stage. What's that?
Oh, what is that again? I know exactly. I'm trying to think why they wanted the revolving stage.
For a band or something.
No, how do you have a revolving government gig or something? It was a government gig in the Earth, Wind and Fire concert.
Oh right, okay, geez, like Earth, Wind and Fire as well.
Stage, the Umtata revolving stage, and it was a flipping.
Oh, we want the stage to go round. Like how you got wires that are going to this thing?
Yeah, but it's like just the whole build of it and.
Oh jeez, that does sound like a nightmare.
Yeah.
So all the MPs could be seen. Oh
yes, that's right. Yeah.
They just go around.
They were seated.
The members of Parliament.
Yeah, so they could be seen. So.
Hello again. That is ridiculous.
We've seen some crazy stuff, man.
But I mean, and people that you worked with over the years. I mean, did you have any mentors or people that are?
Off the top of my head,
who did you look up to at the time when you were doing? I've always admired Glenn Finnick. I mean, what he's done with Magnetic Storm has been amazing. I mean, growing up, I mean, you obviously knew my dad and stuff as well. Yes.
They came in the same era. So I mean, I've personally witnessed the growth of a company like Magnetic Storm as well.
Incredible. Yeah.
So. And then again, the highs and the lows, and Glenn
is
just being around. So I think probably Glenn is someone that comes to mind.
Especially in this industry. He certainly did. Is that Anthony saying cough?
Oh, sorry, Anthony as well. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
What we can remember. Yes.
Anthony Opperman too.
We used to, we held the bars up.
Is he related to Dave at all?
No,
not
one of those Oppermans. But Anthony's old cat in the game, but he hasn't been involved in events for quite some time.
Okay.
Keep trying to pull him back in, but he's reluctant. He's like, I'm too old. I don't know the technology. I'm like,
what is it?
Come on,
plug the wires in.
Plug a wire. The XLR is still the same XLR.
It is.
We had some good fun.
And personal wise, I mean, got married, got kids, you got children.
So
when did that happen? Last year.
Almost 14 years ago.
Okay.
So I mean, I've been through the ringer the last couple of years. Obviously Mandy, who's in the UK with Kira, and that's Kira's mom. And then we separated all that stuff, and then I met Chantal.
Okay.
And me and Chantal were in a relationship for 7-8 years.
Where did you meet your?
So there's
drunk
a story
in a
there.
pub.
No, drunk in a function. So a little backstory quickly. So I literally was moping. I was in a bad mood, just like lying on my couch on one day on a Friday or whatever, and then Kimon from K&W Amusements phoned me. He goes, he's got this guy. Augustus.
Yeah.
He's got this guy. Needs lighting. He's gonna phone me. This guy phones me. Talking to you, lighting. Okay. I'll come around and have a look. Go into this house and I'm going to forget someone's name now. But anyway, go into his house and the guy's like, I want lights, let's smoke, whatever. Come back, doesn't care what it costs. So I go and put lights there. The next morning, I go home, back on the couch, chilling, whatever. He phones me, he goes, no, I want you to come back and I want you to operate the lights for a certain part. I'm like, you're not really paying me for that. Like a bunch of, it's just decorative lighting, It was just, and anyway, I went back to the party. I walked in, and the guy had a whole like outfit for me. It was Arabian theme, Mediterranean. Gave me the outfit. He goes, "Get dressed, and you're gonna stay and party." And old Eric Palchang was jamming, and so I knew Eric. So just cool. At least I knew someone. And, chatting and typical PE, just randomly meet all the people there, whatever. And then had this huge. It was a massive jaw, and got horribly drunk, and Chantal was like the waitress working for or Christopher Ree and them doing the food, he's like, I like that. So then that's how me and Chantal met, and turned out it was Colin Cowie.
Is that the guy that was doing the thing?
So it was
the wedding?
Cowie's his sister's birthday. I don't know what year it was, her birthday, and then it was Colin Cowie. So it was quite interesting. Not really. Like, do you know who this guy actually is?
What a clue.
And then like someone told me, like, whoa, okay, now.
Oprah. It's Oprah's best friend.
Oprah's best friend. You know?
Yes. Oh,
so
man.
it's quite a roundabout story. But
and any gigs that you can remember that were like spectacular, or things that you can remember doing?
No, I mean I think the stuff that we're doing in Saudi now is mine. I mean that's the stuff.
We've got some photographs we can actually go through.
Let's go through the photographs.
Let's have a quick squiz. Gary's been busy here with the photos.
Okay, so obviously when I went over last year. I was in the UK for a time, and I was applying for different jobs and recruitment agencies, and then this company gave me a call and said, "Look, there's an opportunity here to work on the Queen's funeral," because I knew, the Queen's going to die. It's going to be big. There's going to be celebrations. There's going to be work, freelance work. So, and then I got in with this company, and the guy still phoned me, the owner. He said, "He's like, you overqualified for this job. Like it was like site crew." And we were like, I was like, I don't care. I just want to work the Queen's gig. You know? So I went and I spent 10 days in London.
What is that?
So we worked at night because obviously during the day there's too many people, cars. You got all these international dignitaries. So we worked through the night.
Wow.
We had a small day shift.
Were those stage pieces there?
Those are fencing. We did tons of fencing, like kilometers, like literally the entire London city centre we fenced.
Wow.
And cable ramped, and
it's you, and that's Buckingham Palace.
So I mean, the fascinating about this gig was the fact that we're working at night. You got the 2 a.m. like magic hour. I mean, it was cold and a bit rainy every now and again, but it was. I saw London on a whole that people will most time never see. That like working through the night. Till we did 8 to 8 shifts, so 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So you know that like 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 in the morning, the streets are dead. It's like a ghost town. So and we like rats in between that, walking from one side to the other side, setting up stuff, and it's
it looks beautiful, that palace.
So
my word. Obviously repainted. Let's have a look at this. There's more you got.
So there's another one.
There's another one there. What
that's the cathedral. That's the Westminster Abbey.
Westminster Abbey. So
we were all over.
Look at that little castle on the right hand side. There's a beautiful.
So this is funny. A quick story. So we're standing around waiting for trucks to arrive with gear. And the next minute, I can't remember this area, but there's a train station just to the left. And next minute, this group of guys comes walking out, all in these black suits. Like that. Then you see in the background that's a group of army guys.
Oh, my word.
And then behind us, we had a group of other guys in like super high vis. Shirt and pants, like super high vis. And they all come walking out, and they all walk in a group like this, going around the corner. And we all just sitting there waiting, and we like look at each other, and we look at this, and we look at each other, and we're going, whatever's happening around that corner, we don't want to know. It was like a scene out of a movie, like Men in Black or something.
FBI dudes.
FBI dudes,
MI5.
Army oaks, and you got these other oaks who are not like hazard oaks, like walking around, all going in the same direction.
MI5.
It was we were like, it's Men in Black, there's some alien that's landed.
That's
that's me sleeping. Yeah,
sleeping there. Just a bit of a quick
any break at any break.
As he's got a video here as well, Gary.
Is this the video?
I think the Queen is that the one.
Yeah. So one of the fascinating is when you watch it on TV, it's the same as with the King's coronation now.
Yeah.
It looks all beautiful and pageantry, and
yes.
How does this look like? It's just perfect. They rehearse all night.
They're rehearsing
all night. Yeah.
Really? Oh my word. Okay.
For almost 3 nights in a row.
Crikey. Okay, we'll play the. Yeah. Okay, so through
this
3 nights.
This is at like 2-3 in the morning.
In the morning, so this is a private show for you guys.
Yeah, so we couldn't work while the rehearsal's going on.
Yes.
And then obviously that's on the day. I mean that's
okay.
So that's how close we viewed it, because we had like backstage.
Yeah.
We were like backstage.
Okay.
So we came through our compound, and that's where we stood and watched the parade from. So we had like front row, clean.
Incredible.
But the rehearsals, I mean, we had By the time it came to the show, we were like, we've seen everything already, like 3 times. Yeah.
We know what it is. Yeah.
So,
they're packing up there.
Teams and, up and down. That was Hyde Park. That was the setup they did
big
in
screen
Hyde Park. There. Yeah, they had 8 of those.
Then an array system. Is that the array system?
Yeah.
Jeez, like.
And that's what it looked like at 6 in the morning.
Wow.
The day of the funeral. There's 60,000 people around Buckingham Palace by 6 in the morning.
Jeez, like.
And then we had to start trying to work our way through these crowds.
Unbelievable. I mean, I would just stay at home and watch TV. But
you see a lot more.
Yeah.
But
look at, that's beautiful.
It's so one of the big a lot of people ask me sometimes, like, what was the most impactful out of that, and it was the 1 minute of silence.
Really?
It was goose flesh. It was just crazy.
Jeez.
Where you can just hear the whole of London just go dead quiet. And you could hear a pin drop, and you're in amongst a million people.
Okay, so lots of respect there for the.
It gives you some
is your
that's
map.
And you can see that's Buckingham Palace, like in the square.
Yes.
And I mean that's basically Greater London city centre.
And it's full of,
and you can see all the lines. It's just fencing, so it was a huge area that we worked in.
Fencing,
that was on the pack up. Just fencing on fencing on fencing.
Yes, like.
What do they do? Cable ramp and
we should just put those things up only when London's getting doing something special.
Well, I mean, they said it was one of the biggest events in the world. With most people watched. There was much. I mean, coronation was only like half of it now.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have got on the coronation, and I was trying to look forward to get onto it.
Okay.
But I was still in Saudi, and eventually just left it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's have a look at some of the Saudi stuff. I think we've got a bit there. What's going on? Yeah. What's all this then? There's the person.
So this is
the person taking a photo.
This was the gig. Yeah, that's a selfie.
Selfie. That's you.
So I got in through my mate old Dave Tudor.
Dave Tudor.
Watching,
Yes.
He got me in on this event. He was one of the production managers. Yeah.
Wow.
And I got him there. He's there running around. And so I got in with this.
What was
this gig? This was in Riyadh.
Yeah. Okay.
In Saudi, it's called the Festival of Lights. Okay. So that was the VIP area. This year was a VIP launch function that I think we had like 6 days to put it together.
Wow.
From scratch. This was mental. We were almost we were basically 24-hour working to put an event for 1,000 people together with royalty and government big shots. And every day there was something new. They just kept throwing stuff at us, and we were just like,
oh my word!
And that wasn't even like it was just an add-on.
That's very pretty. What is
the
that?
Nur Festival of Lights it broke 6 world records. It's basically throughout the city of Riyadh, and it's big art installations. So there's 130 artists from around the world, I think, that contributed to it. These are like giant blow-up things that light up, and there's water that sprays between them. It's like And then we had the drones. That was
Is that the
unbelievable.
drones?
So yeah, that's the drone. So inside there, it's
What are those?
2,500 drones.
Oh, there we go. There's a drone.
So
wow.
this broke a world record as well. So the drone thing, I ended up running. We had some issues on the side with technical and stuff, and then we ended up setting up these whole massive line arrays, and then I ended up running the sound, the audio and the time code for 10 days on this thing. So I watched this thing every night at 8:00.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the same drone show.
They had two different ones, but the main one. And I mean, so the drone show was put together by Mark Brickman, which is old Pink Floyd.
Oh wow.
Pink Floyd lighting designer.
Jeez.
And it was very abstract.
Yeah.
So basically, I mean, a lot of the time with these type of drone shows, you see they make patterns in the wording and patterns and stuff with the drones in the air. Whereas this was the first time the company actually did something that was completely artistic.
Okay.
Very movie themed. And to see this, and it had a lot of emotion and feel. And I mean, the audio track was done by like Hollywood producers, you know.
Jeez.
So a lot of thought had gone into it in a very short space of time. But it was you never got bored of watching this thing.
And it's all software driven. So this whole software program runs all these drones at the same time. 2,500 drones.
The whole thing told the story.
Okay.
This is obviously near the end, but people can go on. They can go onto YouTube and just type in Mick Brickman, drone show, and there's an explanation, and
and nothing bumps into anything.
No,
so it's amazing.
Fascinating. You get the odd one or two, and then it crashes down, but generally you run it every night and you wouldn't have a problem.
Wow.
It's
incredible.
The videos don't do it
because
justice.
of the size. I think it's the size also.
Yeah.
It's like this huge TV screen, basically.
And I mean, we were right on top of it, so it was even more. And you hear the landing and the takeoff of the drones. It's loud. It's loud,
yeah. All these.
And they all lift up at 500 at a time. I mean, that alone apparently was quite a feat, you know.
Yeah. It's incredible. Okay,
And
what's this? Is it tense?
D-rig, what goes up must come down, unfortunately. So it was another...
And in the heat.
What's 8 days or whatever, 5, 6 days of taking stuff apart,
In the heat. Yeah.
Yeah, in the heat. It was hot. It's humid. Yeah. Okay. So
you work mostly at night or not?
Most of the time. Look, in Saudi, most of the places run from like 2 in the afternoon onwards. A lot of shops and stuff open tend to be later.
Yeah.
So everything really gets going at night. 6 malls, everything is nothing open at 10 o'clock. You know? So everything happens at night.
Okay. And that
that was the entrance. It's the only photo I had though. It's the entrance of the media center. So we had like all these LED sort of walkway ramp thing going in, and it was actually quite lacquer.
Because with the advent of LEDs, is that Johannesburg?
Like any event, the wheels come off.
I see. Like, my words, also lasers.
Unfortunately, the video of that is quite amazing. This was all like lasers put into in the ground, shining up. It was all done to music.
Oh, okay, like a laser fountain.
Like a laser fountain, but in reverse. So it was just
it
was just crazy to watch,
Okay.
Goes up and down.
But with LEDs these days, everything is it's exponentially getting better and better and better. It's just
with these type of events, especially like that one, you really see the technology coming through. With the laser, we've got a video there of the laser. It's the biggest. They broke 2 world records. The longest laser distance show, whatever, and the biggest laser show.
From distance. Distance.
Okay. This was in the city centre. This is like outside our hotel.
Wow.
Filming it.
Okay. Let's have a look. Oh wow!
So you actually had
on the building.
Yeah, it's on the building. That's moving heads, lasers. But you can see in the background there's more lasers. Like on every giant building,
Yeah, son.
every giant building on the top there was lasers.
Holy.
Serious moving heads up.
And this thing ran like, was it every hour or something? It would just
Okay.
start up and light up the whole
Okay,
city. You know?
okay.
You could see it from miles away.
Like the boardwalk fountain.
On steroids.
Yeah, it's terrible. But it's amazing how they're using now. I mean, like you use a cityscape and you actually you can rig it.
Yeah.
Now, you know, it's not as much of a mission as it was before to get all that power to it, and because of the LEDs being, I suppose, I'm just guessing here.
Yeah.
I could be talking through my ass, but
No, I mean, but
yeah.
on that one, I mean, there's, as I said, I think there was 100 and I can't remember how many installations. I was reading up on stats again earlier, but yeah, it was all over. It was all over the city, different parks in the desert. It was just massive.
Okay,
huge.
so all over the city.
40 sites. I think it was 40 sites. It was out. 40 sites,
do it
and in each and there's different sites have different installations.
Yeah.
130 artists.
But imagine what that can do for a city. I mean, it's amazing. It's like a fantastic tourism thing.
Yeah,
if you can
yeah.
get it going. Come on, we need to do it in PE.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking that you could do like some of the art installations that they had were, you know, just like light structures and stuff like that. I mean, you know, the old Happy Valley, you know, like the old Happy Valley back in the day. Just the more futuristic.
Yeah. Just what, and I'm sure it would be cheaper to do now because of the technology's just got so much better.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a laser show the other day because I see the lasers always just the green ones.
Yeah.
You see those green ones go. Now I see they've got different colors. You can do different color lasers.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. They I mean, there's moving heads with lasers. They're coming up with some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously in Saudi, there's budgets for all this stuff.
Yes,
so
of
you
course.
just throw it at it,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, let's have a look here. Let's see what else we got here. What is this here? That is.
So then this last
Lula.
gig, Lula.
Where is Lula? What is?
So Lula is in. It's about 1,000 kilometers from Riyadh in Saudi. It's a small little village. I think about 50,000, 55,000 people that live in the area.
Okay.
It's very much a farming area with dates. Dates is the big thing there.
Okay, dates. Okay.
Palm trees. It's a natural oasis
Okay.
in the mountains, and obviously a town is born out of that.
Yeah.
And so got in with a company called BWS.
Yeah.
Through with the help of my mate Dave again, but we got in with BWS and we went there and they do a season and they're all different events. So this was at a school,
Yeah.
disused school, and they built a roller rink.
Is that what that is?
So looks like an ice rink, but
It
it's
does,
a roller
Or a
rink.
swimming pool. I don't know.
And it had lights at a DJ booth. You can sort of see a big round thing there. That was the DJ booth, like a disco ball DJ
Okay,
booth.
so this is huge, actually.
Yeah, it's quite big. Yeah,
Yeah.
and to the side there's where you get your roller skates and
Okay.
the kids used to love this thing, you know.
Yeah.
And
And on the left-hand
this was
side
very
there-
successful for them. I mean, it ran for I think 5 months or something.
Also pop up.
Yeah, like a pop-up, and just
Jeez.
ran for 5 months.
Okay.
And it was actually it's a thing with Alicia Keys and her husband Swiss Beats. He was the curator of it.
Okay. She was.
She was actually supposed to come and play there.
She
She
got some
arrived.
money.
But this is General Lula.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an
Yeah.
old town. They're
okay.
busy rebuilding the whole internal of the town.
Beautiful stone.
Really making it a tourism hub. You know,
Okay.
Saudis are throwing a lot of money at this area. They're wanting to grow the area. This is in an area called Old Town. So we used to
Okay.
walk up and down there.
Yeah.
And this is where the real tourist stuff is. You know, there's all curator shops. It's further down.
Okay.
The street.
You'd think
it's a
you'd
walking
find
street,
some-
but you can see like it's all architecturally
Yes.
designed. It's there's a special look. They're very strict with the look and the feel.
Okay.
And the type of lighting that is allowed to be used in the area.
It does
and all
kind of
that.
look that if you're pregnant with your only child and then you walk down there, you might find an inn to stay in with some manger.
Yes.
There we
But
go.
then you get the contrast. So
Wow,
you go
look
from
at
this
that.
really old,
Yeah.
and then these are electric,
Yes.
self-driving buses.
No ways.
So
Autonomous, I see.
Yeah, this autonomous. So this would take you to a parking lot. So you could just go and get in, and then the thing would just take off, drive itself. They had like 2 or 3 of them.
Jeez, like, it must be strange for South Africans.
So
Okay, it's
part
a
of the
movie
event,
theatre.
part of the event was a series of events. So there was about just more than 10 different events that were done. This was a thing called Cinema Al Jadida.
Okay.
And it was an outdoor cinema, 7.1 surround sound. And you could get a ticket and you could go and you can watch a movie every night. They ran like 2 or 3 movies, mostly Arabic movies.
Yes.
We went the one night and we
Only
watched
men
it.
involved anyway.
Huh? We went there the one night and we watched quite a very cool movie, all subtitled, but so that was quite popular too, you know.
Okay.
And that's driving into the town. So the town's on the old town where we were working mostly were on the one side, and that's looking towards some other mountains, and that's like part of the Oasis, what they call the Oasis.
Yeah.
So this was all part of the Fringe Festival, you know, like
so
street performers,
Okay.
So we would do this setup every day.
Cool.
Random camels,
Gummers.
camels on the road, wild camels there,
Really, that's hanging out.
you see them around, like
It's like, how's that?
This was we went to a place called Octo, a restaurant right at the top of the hill, and it actually looks down down the valley. The town is a bit more to the right, but that's your valley, mountains and valley, you know. Then in that area,
that is phenomenal. Now, if you look carefully at that, guys, if you can see on your TV screen, maybe Gary can make it a full screen for you. But that is like, it's a huge mirror.
Yeah.
But a building made of mirror.
So I actually worked with a guy that built that thing. He showed me the whole back end of it and stuff. But essentially, he went there. This was quite a few years ago. He went there to Saudi. There was nothing in that area. It was sand dunes, and they basically the Saudi government guy took him there and he went, "Build it there." And he went, "Build what? Build it there." There's nothing there. Build it there. We build it, and they built this thing. I think the first one they built in something like 4 months. And it was made out of a marquee tent with structure built around it. And then they hung the mirrors on. And they ran it for a couple of months. And then they phoned him back and said, right, we want it permanently.
Wow.
And it was an event center. And they broke it down and he rebuilt it. And they rebuilt it out of a structure.
It almost there with a perspective like that, it looks like a pyramid.
So it's a 500-seater concert hall.
Wow.
So they have massive artists from Sting to Alicia Keys to all famous artists. They go and they perform there, and there's a bit of a museum on the inside there.
Man, that is phenomenal! It's the most amazing thing I've seen.
It's and you see on that line,
the corner,
where the sun reflects.
Yes.
It's probably about, you can stand in the shadow,
and
then you step into the sun, and it's probably about 3 or 4 degrees hotter. You can feel that sun beating on you.
Yes.
But it's beautiful. So
Hegra
is known for the ancient tombs.
Okay.
So this area is called Hegra, but it's in Lula. And this is the big tourism draw card. These are ancient tombs.
Okay.
And we went on a tour called the Hegra by night. And then they light up the whole area, and we went on this tourism tour.
Beautiful.
They tell you about the tombs, and this is why tourists flock to this area, is to experience stuff like this. You know, it's like going to the pyramids.
Beautiful, yeah.
And I mean, we work with a big dynamic team, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just one lot of the production team. As we did different events, each it's a season, so you got sometimes 4 or 5 projects all running at the same time.
Okay.
And each project has its own project manager, production manager, people that underneath, you know.
Sure. And what's the company called?
So this company was with this BWS, Balich Wonder Studio.
Okay.
It's an Italian-based company, really good company.
So
there was lots of Italians. You get there, lots of ciao tutti. So there was lots of that, and
buongiorno.
And it's a really jacked up company. I mean, we the HR lady was telling me just before we left. I asked her, how many nationalities work?
Yeah,
she said they counted 17.
Wow,
17 different nationalities.
All over the world.
The one Russian girl they worked with, Katya, she said the one day she's like, we're in the shuttle and we're going home, and she's like, there's 5 different languages being spoken in this taxi, you know, like everyone's having these conversations, you know. So it's quite interesting to work with such a big and diverse team, and the conversations, especially with the Russians and the Ukrainians.
Yes,
You start them
sure.
off.
Oh my word, it must be quite hectic.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. There's got some more there. What's this Eid, hey?
So yeah, then we did so we did Eid celebrations.
Okay.
Ramadan, that was also something quite a hectic experience, you know, as a Westerner to be in a Saudi religious area during Ramadan, you know, the challenges that it affects you, you know, personally, but working wise. So yeah, that was just one of the little performance stages we had.
Sure.
We did that's in our Oasis.
Fetching some coconuts.
That was an Oasis, and we put up I don't know, it was like I think it was 1.3 kilometers of festoon lights through the Oasis around the trees. It took me 2 days with a group of guys. And then we did stuff like this with lanterns. That was 250 lanterns all wired together on the amphitheater as a display. You know, I think there's a picture where it looks like at night. We brought in stuff like this. This is also in their town center. Yes. So these would be areas where people could come and they sit, and we would bring in actors. I mean, these budgets are big. Really? So it's like blank check stuff.
Actors for what?
So to come and tell traditional stories and stuff. So in the evenings, so that, you know, obviously they have iftar, they break their fast, then they go out, and they come to areas like this where there's restaurants and stuff like that to break their restaurant. And so we created an immersive experience. We do a lot of immersive events where people really get involved. So this was a thing. We took an old house that was in the historical part, and it had been semi-renovated, so it was safe, and we did a throwback to how people used to live in ancient times. In these in the mud city. It's basically a mud city. And so we got artifacts out of a private collection that we put in there. We lit it up, and that was the family. So those were actors that were flown in. Really? And they had a script and everything. So what happened is groups of people like 10, 15 would get it, you know, book, and they would come in there, and then they would put on like a play. And so it's immersive. You're part of it. And you spend 20 minutes there as part of this play, and they explain stuff, how they used to live. So it's like a living museum.
Was that carpet on the previous photo? Go to the previous one. Is it a carpet there?
Yeah, it's a carpet.
I thought maybe there was blood on the stairs there.
But so I mean, quite interesting. You learn a lot about the culture and stuff.
Of course.
And that's just another seating area.
All those carpets.
Bring in all that stuff. And these events most of these events run for like 10 days, 5 days. Then this was also part of it. We had to. So we have these creatives. Creatives. Yes. So they draw nice pictures, and then that gets filtered through to us on the production side, and they go make this picture happen. And you're like,
you need
what? How do we make things fly? So they designed a thing where we had like these fairy lights installation. It was 3 kilometers of fairy lights. Holy crap. So part of what I do there as a technical manager and stuff is you have to source this stuff.
Make that stuff happen.
You make it happen. You get given pictures and briefs, and you got to make it happen. So So this took me 2 days, 3 days with a group of guys, and then I think there's a picture there of what it looks like at night. There we go.
Wow, that's amazing.
But it's 3 kilometers. 3 kilometers of fairy lights.
Holy
up and down, up and over a 60-meter stretch. Over a 60-meter stretch. That's that mountain amphitheater side. You can see the patterns with the with the lights. And then we have obviously in the evenings. This was Eid time, so Eid is a big celebration. You know, it's Christmas. Christmas in the Islamic faith. So they have music's allowed, and it's a celebration every night. So we used to have these local artists, and we had 3 of these stages running at the same time in the sort of city centre. So this was the amphitheatre. Then I had another one in the Oasis. It was a small stage. Then we had another one, actually 4. Then we had another one up the street, little stage, 2 performers.
Small one.
So and then this is all running at the same time. So you must know, for us, we are up and down, checking on this, checking on that.
That
Yeah,
one's
we-
kishing out, or this one's doing it
Yeah, running one event is tough. Running 4 or 5 at the
at
same
the
time.
same time.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, it's
Okay. Huge drums. Hey yo.
we have the Koza dancers. They
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
Habibi dancers.
Yeah, Habibi.
Yeah, Habibi dancers. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And those drums are quite lekker.
Yeah, I mean, this is some of the stuff like you have to get creative.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh, we need a lighting installation. How are we going to do this?"
Yes.
So eventually, I said, "No, why don't we take one of these lights and we wrap string around it and make it look like what the client wants it to look like, because you can't find this stuff.
Yeah, of course.
You
Yeah.
have to
make
bring it in
yourself.
from a different city a lot of the time."
Yo.
And yeah, the props department didn't like me too much when they had
Okay.
to do like 100 of those lights.
Oh my god. To actually make the lights.
You actually got to physically make them, yeah.
Good lord.
That's what the Oasis sort of started.
What's that red stuff underneath there?
That's a carpet, yeah.
Okay.
So we built these decks, these seating
see.
areas, and we bring the seating in. Again, for people break their fast, their families come down. It's beautifully peaceful in that Oasis.
Lovely.
There's the tree with
Okay.
hanging festoon lights. Festoons. It was a festival of festoons.
see,
3 kilometers here and
Okay.
2 kilometers here, and every day it was, we need to add more festoons to a tree somewhere.
Yeah, it's an extra
Bloody
festoons.
festoons.
Oh, there we go. This
And then then we did stuff like projection mapping.
that's projection.
In
3D mapping.
Yeah, projection mapping. Yeah,
Yes.
onto the buildings. Also in the old town. But I mean,
I've seen some of that 3D mapping. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
You can light up the side and the front.
Yeah.
And you
but
you
it's
move the
difficult.
shape.
It's like, where do you put? They are so strict with the rules and regulations,
Oh, really?
and they don't want to see anything. It must just magically appear.
Yeah.
You know, which is challenging in the tech business.
course.
So we had the projector up on the roof. You know,
Jeez,
we had to
okay.
climb up there with the roof and lug a
so-
massive projector up there, and a structure to hold the projector, and it's like,
Jeez.
and you're walking on mud roofed.
Yeah.
Buildings, and you're like,
holy
and
crap.
sometimes it gives way
Really?
under your foot a little bit, and you're like, whoa.
Oh, my soul. Okay. That's all mud stuff still.
Yeah, all mud stuff, yeah.
Okay, and that's still
And
3
the-
kilometers of lights
Lights
there.
again.
Yeah, I see
Look
that.
beautiful at night. This was another stage in another
Okay.
area. We did more festoons,
Lower.
more bloody festoons. And then, the one day it rained, and it never rains there. So,
Yeah.
like, when it rained, it was like people just come out of their houses, and the
Yes.
kids run around, and when you...
Look at that shot.
Yeah,
Got the
Katja took that shot with
The
their
lightning.
phone, yeah.
Lightning in the background. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was just basically walking up the road, and she turned.
Yeah.
She said, "Hey, photos," and
Yeah.
I just went like I didn't even know. I was just like,
Yes.
"Woo,"
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
raining, it's raining. And, yeah,
She's like
these
Yeah,
are
that's
some of the
putting up
photos.
the-
Yeah, putting those damn fairy lights up. Yeah, this was that stage in the
band.
in the little band in the Oasis,
okay.
and that was our
It's
that was our
beautiful, eh?
project team
So
for
Red Rocks.
Ramadan.
It's like Red Rocks.
Yeah, it's actually a warm white. Everything's warm
Yeah,
white,
already,
but you
okay.
can't see it in the photo.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah,
Beautiful.
so yeah, we yes.
And there we go. Festival of Balloons. I think
Then
this
we did.
is.
Then we did Balloon Festival straight after Ramadan.
Okay.
Now that stuff, we have a props team.
Yeah.
Amazing props team. Yeah, these guys were like magicians, man.
Really.
Run by head props was forgot her name now. Damn, terrible.
Mira.
And
your
and
friend
a whole
Mira.
bunch of Filipino guys, and these guys were like magicians, man. Such
Really?
good woodworkers. You just like, we need swings that look like that with bubbles, and like a day later it appears. You
Yes,
know,
yeah.
it's just amazing.
Yo. Let's have a look at some of the comments while we're here as well, Gary. I don't know if this.
That's my mate Dave and his wife Lauren.
Okay.
So the 3 South Africans, she starts groups. So we were first the Alulians, you know, like hooligans, Alulians,
Alulians.
and now we're all back in South Africa. So it's now called the Safilians.
All right. There we go. Great boardwalk memories, Brian Wilkinson.
Oh yeah.
Brian's there.
Yeah, lots of events at Boardwalk. Yeah.
Oh, did they practice at night? Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, that was for
Watching
the
from
for
sunny
the Queen.
Cumbria, nice one. Oh,
Cumbria.
Oh, it's my brother.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, SBL,
Little
yeah.
brother.
My brother, yeah. I haven't spoken to him in a while. He's
There we
also
go.
in the UK missioning around.
Excellent. They don't have load shedding, obviously. Yeah.
No. Load shedding in Saudi?
Nah.
No. And there's so much oil there, you just run the generators 24/7.
This is the other thing. The petrol's like 2 rand something a litre.
Yeah, we worked out, it's like 2 rand 65 a litre.
Oh,
it's like
so Alex Karen, how's it, man?
Yeah,
Alex,
I can't wait to when I get to the UK now. I'm gonna every time we're like, we're gonna meet up.
Yeah, gotta do it.
This time definitely. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, let's have a look at some of those photos still. So we're saying the balloons, look at that, beautiful.
Yeah. They did 45 balloons this festival. Last year they did 150 balloons, broke a world record. But I mean, I've never been to a balloon festival. I've never really seen a hot air balloon other than pictures. And to be in amongst 45 balloons taking off is just mind blowing. I mean, this is bucket list stuff for people.
Yeah.
I mean, they were charging 1,000 SAR per person. It's like $5 grand a trip.
Jeez, like okay.
You know. But it's nice being part of the production.
Yeah.
Oh, we need extra people to hold the basket down.
Oh, yeah.
Like, jump in.
There's a quiet up there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Look at that site.
Yeah, so they were doing sunrise flights because that's when the wind was the best, before the day heats up. And it depends on which way the wind blows, is depending on which direction they ended up. But yeah, that you can see what the landscape looks like, you can see what the rock mountains look like, but it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing. You just eventually everyone in the basket just goes quiet. And every now and again I always joke, I said, how do you know someone's a balloon pilot? They've got a bald patch here.
From the heat.
Because if you're a tall guy, you just smell burning hair.
Oh man, that is a bucket list thing. Oh, look at that, a falcon.
Yeah, so they were flying falcons off of one of the balloons. And when we landed, we were standing waiting for the bus to take you back to the event site. And the next minute, we hear this South African accent.
Yeah.
Hey, South Africans, what? Turns out it's 2 guys from PE.
No way.
Promise you now. They live in Dubai. Can't remember the guy's name, but they live in Dubai and they train falcons.
I'm
sure for the royal. It's the royal prince or whatever.
Wow.
And
Arnold will know then. Arnold Slavitt.
And so they train two and they're South African guys from PE. It's fascinating. So then it's like, hey, how's Dubai?
Dubai.
It's quite but it's quite fascinating when you go to these areas. And you hear a South African voice from a mile away.
Incredible. The accent. You tend to be drawn towards it.
This was a fascinating event.
Yeah.
This was called Cinema Week, and the idea was that it was like a throwback to the 1960s or 70s Saudi Arabian cinema scene and Hollywood type movie scene.
Okay.
So we recreated it in a roundabout way. So the idea was that stage one is your movie theater, where you shoot. And then the other buildings were like the dressing rooms and the changing and the makeup room.
So it was themed.
It was fully themed, again, immersive experience. So people could come, and this thing on the right-hand side was actually a maze, a maze thing that we built with all the posters of all the famous cinema movies and stuff like that from Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Is that a big moving head on top there?
Yeah, it's a giant moving head.
There's a bit of a spotlight moving head.
Yeah, put the logo on the the building there, the Gobo.
The Gobo logo.
Yeah,
excellent.
I've got so many photos of this place. So difficult. So as you walked in there, you see the red curtains and the red carpet vibe. So that was coming out of the maze.
Okay.
So you walked in on the other side, and then you went through this maze with lights and flashing and all these posters, and you could basically see the different type of old movies, the famous movies, and then you would come out into this area, and then there was some guys selling coffee, and there was a lady selling traditional food.
Okay.
And then you could come in and you could go into this building on the left-hand side. It was like a prop, so there was all kinds of props inside there.
Okay.
And movie props,
Okay, yes.
So
immersive experience.
Immersive experience. You could come out and get your face painted, and then you would get a ticket, and you would go into that stage one. Okay. And then inside that stage one, we had actors.
All right.
Young acting troupe that came in, and they had scripts, and they put on like a theatre play of a really famous Saudi sitcom movie type thing.
Okay.
and we didn't really understand it because we don't understand,
Yes.
but the
Language.
Saudi people loved it. They recognized the characters,
Okay,
and you know, it was a famous sort of play, but all decked out and kitted out, you know,
Yes,
like
yes.
no expense spared.
Okay.
It's as per pictures.
Yeah.
And we actually had another recording room in another building on the side, which was set up like Friends. So it was like the Friends lounge kitchen vibe, and people could go in there and they could sit there, and then we had a full video crew video them and
as
give them a
Friends.
script. Or either give them a script, or they would just rattle their own thing, and they would make like a 1 minute video that then they can share on Facebook, but like in the Friends sitcom.
Yeah.
So yeah,
When you got unlimited budget for an event, I suppose you can do anything you like.
yeah, it's scarier how much these things cost.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
I mean,
DJing.
DJing on the old vintage stuff. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
master's voice.
again, all these things they get pulled out of like museums and
Yeah.
and then stuck there for people to come and do exactly what I did.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
about the Instagram. It's all about the social media.
Yeah.
I mean, the government are pushing that. They're big with events.
Okay,
you know?
so it's all social media side.
yeah. So yeah,
Okay,
photo
that's-
opportunities.
What that looks like old.
So that's then we went on to a thing called the Kite Festival. So we did balloons.
Okay.
We did a
Yes,
balloon
yes.
festival, and then we did Kite Festival. They actually
Okay.
ran simultaneously in a
Jeez.
series called Lula Skies.
Okay.
Basically a skies festival.
Okay, all right.
So that's called Elephant Rock. That's you can see it looks like an elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know what that other mountain in the background. That looks a little bit suspect
Yes,
to me.
it's obviously just let a bit of a dump there.
Nipple Rock.
Yes.
So
See boobs everywhere.
yeah.
You know, at that.
So that's a tourist site. So that's a UNESCO
Okay,
tourist site.
okay. World Heritage Site.
Yeah, World Heritage Site, and we built, and it's a big plain sort of desert around it.
Okay.
And so we built this kite festival
Okay.
that ran. And we built everything from
Stages.
scratch. That's some of the props team. That's our project manager getting her hands dirty.
Yeah.
She's like, "Don't take photos of me. I'm supposed to be sitting in an office." You know. And I'm like, "No, you got to get when the boss works." You know.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
But yeah, we had to design these structures.
Okay.
Because again, like the creators are like, "Oh, we make all these kites, like a kite
Yeah.
canopy."
Oh, my
But like,
word.
okay, well, how are we going to get that? How are we going to do that?
Yeah.
Like structurally, like how? So we have to sit down and part of my job was, you know, come up with this concepts. You know,
Yeah,
how do we take it from drawing to
Yeah.
implementation and all the workarounds, you know,
Yeah.
and to make sure that it meets the client's expectation. And you know, in a site like this, we weren't allowed to dig down, so you can't peg anything. You
Oh,
can't. You do
really?
a bit of pegging, but we physically weren't allowed it. So
Okay,
everything's got to be
dig-
built from the ground up.
Oh my word.
So
It's like an
to
archaeological
hold
site.
that structure down, you can see we got cement blocks, but what
Yes.
it's standing on is 3.5 tons of steel plate
Yes, of course.
that
that stuff.
that we craned in.
Yo.
We craned these giant steel plates and then put them down, and then
You put concrete on top
concrete on top of
of
that.
it. So it's
and-
holding up a tent.
no, you'll see now in one of the
Okay,
photos. It just
so-
that was a Pantec truck full of. That was when we left.
Wow.
That was- not me, but yeah.
Yeah,
I kicked the production crew off site. I was like, get up,
Yes,
I'm on
like-
out. So
okay.
yeah, I mean that's the amount. We had almost 2 of those trucks.
Yeesh, like.
So this is
okay.
4 a.m. packing.
Yeah,
we literally, you'll see in one of the other photos the whole sort of setup, but we knocked it all out in 8 hours overnight.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, this
all
is
that
us.
concrete.
Yeah, busy, still setting up.
Okay. Another moving
That
head
he
there.
was. We had bubble machines with
Yeah,
smoke
look at
bubbles.
that bubbles
First
there.
time smoke
Oh,
bubbles.
I see.
So the bubbles we brought in from a company called Magic Effects,
Mm-hmm.
ER Productions, a massive global company that does stage effects. And we got in these bubble machines and just pumps like 6,000 bubbles a minute.
Jeez, look.
And you just fill the whole area with bubbles,
Yes,
but then it
it's-
puts the smoke inside the bubbles.
Okay.
So when the bubble pops, you get this
Holy
little
mackerel.
puff of smoke. There's some of the kites.
Kites there, yeah.
I mean, they look small there, but
Yeah.
some of the kites are 20 meters wide.
Jeez.
Like the one in the middle, which is a
with a tail.
that's a manta ray.
Yes.
And we had 7 different nationalities of
Okay.
people with kites, and they do during the day they fly them, and then at night time they have ones that glow in the dark and flash.
Wow.
And they have they do kite fighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
there's
well,
like really
geez,
fast
okay.
ones, and
Yo.
so and then we had a thing on the side where kids could come and families come and then they make their own kite. They go into like a little workshop, they make their own kite, and then they can go outside and fly their own kite.
Holy
And we had a
moly, okay.
kite shop where you
So
could
kite
buy
workshop.
you could buy a kite,
Okay.
And then so yeah, it was like 10 days of kites.
I think Gary's got a video there. Let's have a quick squiz.
Yeah, we had a band. We had an evening entertainment.
One of their songs.
No, these guys were pretty good.
Okay.
These guys were much more jacked up, but
Okay.
yeah. But you can see
Okay.
the kite structure at the top,
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I see that. Yeah. So it's got
Totally over-engineered. Like seriously
Some of
over-engineered.
it was a good sound actually
But,
for it sounded,
local band.
No, it sounded quite nice. That even that little video must have been with a nice camera.
Well, just my cell phone.
Yeah, great.
No, look, that's a nice thing of working over there from a technical point of view.
Yeah.
Is we're working with the best equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, acoustics, line arrays, and
Yeah.
all Yamaha digital desks or digicos or so and proper robot lighting. So the companies over there,
No expense
Media
is
Pro,
free.
it's only the best gear.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I mean, to get it there must be a hell of a thing. But if you've got a company, at least
Well,
you've
where
got
we
your-
were now in Lula, it's 1,000 kilometers from Riyadh, so it's so everything has to be
it's
planned days in advance because once the
1,000
truck leaves, it leaves.
yeah,
It's
1,000
like,
kilos, not going back.
yeah, you're not going back.
Yeah, that's why you're making string things. Well,
Yeah, so you from my job was getting the guys sourced and making sure the technical riders line up and handling all of that. So I have to think because when I pull in the request to the technical company, I'm going to make sure that they're quoting right and that we don't miss something, because when they get there, we're like, well, you didn't order that drum kit.
Yeah.
I'll be like, my problem.
Gotta make it. Gary, any more videos there? No, that's the one. That's the last one. But I mean, incredible that you've got this getting this experience doing this stuff, and maybe then you can come back and do something in bloody PE for us. Something like this.
Yeah, gotta find lots of budget, but it's just about being creative. I mean, the cut, for instance, the kite thing. I was like, oh, that could still work so well in PE.
Yeah.
Wind till the might have to tie them down the steel rope because
it depends. Well, that's
but
the
they
way-
say the talking to the kite guys, they say the best kite festivals are on the beach.
Yeah, okay.
Because seaside, so you get the wind. So
That
that's
also-
something that could actually work because it's actually relatively simple. Obviously, you got to get funding, bring the kiters in from around the world, but there's an organization, and they all know each other. These guys
people.
work. They do kite festivals together around the world.
Is the heat? Is it hectic out? I mean, is it not unbearable to work in?
In the winter time, the temperature will get as low as like 8. It'll drop, and then the days it'll average maybe 24 around about there. But then summertime, or as you're getting into summertime, it'll grow.
It starts to go.
So we were averaging the last 2-3 weeks where they were averaging probably 30, 32, 36, and then the day we left was like 41.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But
okay.
Lula is like no humidity, so it's like 2%, 5%. So it's just dry heat, and you you got to learn.
Yeah.
You don't sweat. You sweat dry.
Yeah.
So the first advice they give is just keep drinking water, and electrolytes and all of that. So you got to manage your health there as well.
Okay. You got to be careful. And I mean the weather generally for events is probably nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I mean every night's going to be perfect.
Yeah. No wind. Or very little wind.
Yeah.
No rain.
Yeah, so
you definitely know. Someone goes, "Oh, it might rain." I'm like, "Trust me, it's not going to rain."
Yeah, PE is like in South Africa general. I mean, it's just like you just never know what you're going to get. It's like outdoor event. Oh my God, outdoor event.
And also like now when it's warmer, it's you're happy to walk around in shorts and a shirt because even in the middle of the night, because it's still warm enough. Yeah.
And now, plan so future you're going to be in England for a while, say hello to the kids.
Yeah. And then hopefully back to Saudi. Yeah.
Back to Saudi again.
Yeah.
And do you think this can be something that you could do over the next
couple of years?
Couple of years.
Well, the Saudis focusing on 2030. That's their big thing So they're playing loads of money into events, massive events. They want to be number one sort of events country in the world by 2030. I mean, you just have to Google YouTube stuff and the craziness of what they're building and infrastructure and all that stuff. So,
Gary's asking questions here as well. How did you manage to get this opportunity to get
to Saudi? Yeah, it's initially the first one with the Filmmaster company in Riyadh was through my mate Dave Tudor. He was on the project already and he needed a helping hand.
Okay.
And and they needed more technical managers, so he sort of put my name forward and just went to hire him, you know.
Oh, right, okay.
So I got to cut my teeth a little bit in that first one. Okay. And then when this one came up, he said, look, he's talking to this company, look into it. And so I did, and next month I got an interview and off we went. But now, everything runs through LinkedIn. So I've pretty much signed up with every big agency around the world. There's some PE, coming from PE, you don't understand how big, how the rest of the world works in terms of events of this scale and mass, and the companies involved and how they recruit so I have quite a few interviews that I've done over the last couple of years for different gigs, and it's all really focused there. And they like South Africans. So.
An incredible experience for you. I mean, it's
usually
just thrown in the deep end. You're getting like the best of the best. So I think when you look at that big picture, when you come back, then everything seems easy. It's like well, we've done this, so I mean that's a joke. So no, it is like that, and it's also to see how companies that big actually operate, and you just we tend to run everything ourselves and do everything ourselves. There you've got a team and you've got people you rely on, and you don't have to do all the thinking. You get a creative team and they do one thing, and you've got production managers and you've got the support of people, and when you've got like a kite festival, we had such a great because the projects are all different, so you're working with different people, so but you'll get this team synergy, and we have a jaw. Good party afterwards as well.
And music going in the production office, and also chirping each other and sharing food, and but other ones you'll have where it's just stressful from start to finish. Everyone's
I'm sure
craziness.
I'm sure there must be pressure. Is there? I mean, it must be pressure as well.
No, definitely. To live up to the expectations of the client and they don't understand technology. And one day you'll spend 2 days planning, and you'll come in the next morning, and they'll be like, throw it all out, start again.
We're going to do another thing.
We're going to do another thing. You have to deal with all of that. But it's a matter of we've just made things happen. And there's budget, and most of the time there's budgets and stuff behind it to just make it happen.
Just do it. If you don't do that, you're not going to get to charge for it. So you got to do it.
But we work hard. I mean, we work really hard. I mean, it's 14, 16-hour days.
Wow.
7 days a week.
Jeez,
you don't really have time off. You just work.
No. So,
but once the gigs are running, then it becomes fun. Like kites, it's been flying kites for 2 hours,
And I'm sure
while the event's running.
It really goes quickly while you're doing these things.
The days blur. Half the time you don't even know what day it is.
Crikey, there we go. I imagine the pay is good with the exchange rate. What would
we don't talk about money.
Gary's asking you how much you get paid. Is it good? The money's good though.
Yeah, the money's good. The money's really good. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth doing it. Obviously, the exchange rate plays along. I mean, we get paid with BWS. They gave us the option of dollars or dollars or euros.
Euros.
Other company was paying in pounds because I was recruited through a UK company. But it's more than what you could make here. And it's
for sure.
Basically tax free. 5% tax.
For sure.
That they pulled off our salary.
Bring
back to PE money wise.
No. He says, what would you bring back to PE? But
I'm asking, given the fact that you have so much international opportunity and big money, what brings you back to PE?
Okay, so
what brings me back?
What would bring you back to PE if you had to come back? What in your
clean city?
Well,
when you go away for a long time and you come back, it's like a whoa. You see the changes, and it's not always to the better.
Not always.
What brings me back to PE? I mean, at this stage, obviously, I'm still with the business running. It's running, and it's still growing, and the family live off of it, and we're a family business. So
Okay.
so that.
you've got
But
your company.
generally, I mean, most of my, as I said, the kids are overseas in the UK.
Yeah, okay.
So
So above and beyond brings you back here.
yeah, above and
basically.
beyond brings me back here, and
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah, of
friends and family, and sea air. We can't beat the
Yes.
beaches. We just can't beat the beaches.
Yeah, that's
but
great.
but I think for the interim, the idea is to well, I'm still young enough.
Yes, yes. Still
Not too
not
old,
too old yet.
Yeah, so is to try and milk this opportunity. As
Yeah,
I
of
said,
course,
2030 is sort of what
Yeah.
the Saudis are aiming for, and there'll be other opportunities. I don't know. So life for me is just like
Yeah.
I've decided, like you got to move with it. You got to
Yeah,
live.
you go. Yeah,
you know,
you gotta do it.
you got to
Really.
live and
While
take
you can-
opportunities and just say yes and go. you
Jump
know?
off that cliff. Well, you've
Yeah.
been doing that since you were 19.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I see Alex Cavan over here said there we go. It's almost as long as the shift you pulled at Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
And I see, Barbara says wonderful profession and seeing the world while you're working. That's exactly what you're saying now.
Yeah. I mean, and
So true.
and learning from, like I said, 17 different nationalities.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to hear other people's stories and
Yeah.
and where they come from and the gigs they worked on. I mean, the guys are like, oh, we just came off the Olympics,
geez,
and you're like,
and that's
whoa.
another whole. It's
It's a whole
different level.
it's a whole nother level, and. So that is the nice part about it.
And
It's getting onto this international. I mean, I wish we had a photo of it. I only thought about it today. I mean, one of the guys we worked with on the cinema week,
Yeah.
Italian guy, long black hair,
Yes.
real cool. I got on really
Of
well with
course.
him. And he's, I'm a musician,
Yeah.
Cool. Turns out afterwards, like just before he left, I got really like chatting to him, and he's like a famous rock star from a group called Exterior.
Okay.
Exterior, and they like an 80s, 90s heavy metal grunge.
Okay.
And I follow them. I'm like their biggest fan
Italian.
on Facebook now. and it's like Tommy Macera, and he's the lead guitarist. That's like they played Guns N' Roses and Metallica, and you just
open
you're
his
going,
hands.
jeez, what are you doing here, man? And like, it's like,
in
spare
between.
money. In between,
In between
and he's
things.
like, now we're going to tour for 3 months in America through all like the rock festivals.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's playing for 50,000
Yeah.
people.
I know.
He's a full-on international rock star with like 12 albums,
Yeah.
And now this is the OQ
Well, they say
working
that
with.
it's hired guns. These guitarists and things. They pull them in and they pull it. Like Eros Ramazzotti gets all the money, and then the other guys get nothing. It's
No,
like,
but it's the backstories that are just
it
as
is.
interesting,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I see Wendy saying that her cousin was one of those Falcon guys.
Oh,
There
really?
we go.
Wow.
So we had a Thompson back then, mate.
Yeah. I can't remember the gentleman's name.
Yeah, it was obviously Thompson.
Hmm.
Don't know. Actually, went to Wendy's.
But you can see him South African with his khaki pants on.
There we go.
He's like a farmer,
Yeah, call me
he's
Joy,
like-
call me Joy.
yeah.
Vicky.
Like, hey, that guy's South African.
All right, a quick getting to know you session
Yeah.
before we end. Let's do this.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
Okay, the most uncomfortable place you ever slept.
Probably just on the ground. Just like when you're that. Oh yeah. When we're in Riyadh, we had to work through the night to make sure. Just put a piece of like carpet on the ground.
Oh, really? Still had
You
a
just lie
carpet?
there and freeze all night, and you
Oh,
just
it's
keep
so
one
cold.
keep one eye open to watch the oaks on falling off. Scaffolding or killing each other, and just make sure they're working.
Just so you know,
just sleep there,
15 minutes
wrapped
there.
up. No, it wasn't even carpeting. It was the underfelt. It was like a spongy stuff that they put underneath the carpet,
Yes,
like
I know that stuff.
a silver insulate.
Like a yoga mat.
And then the safety guy still rolled himself up like a sausage to keep himself warm. And because there was no like offices, we were watching them breaking down structures, and he just lie there all night,
God.
watching it. Get up every day and walk around, and then come back. And
You can't sleep like that. It's terrible. It's terrible. Okay, what makes your favorite place you've been better than all the other places you've been to?
Say it again. What?
Like your favorite places you've been to
On the travels or just in general?
in general, any time, travels, whatever.
This Lula, even though it was hard
Yeah.
living there. It's just food wise, everything, facilities, and all of that. But the mountains. It's actually a very beautiful area. If you just stand back and every now and again, no matter how long you've worked, you would just catch something on a sunset, and you're just going, wow, you know.
Especially Karoo.
And the Karoo, yeah. So it is, yeah. I don't know. I've seen quite a lot of beautiful places.
Well, what would your dream holiday be?
I've always, my whole life, want to go to the Tello Islands and surf.
Oui.
It's called the Tello Islands.
Tello
It's
Islands.
South Sumatra. It's privately owned. It's actually owned by the Pegasus Group.
Okay,
Give
give
it
it a go, man.
Pegasus Group. Get me there. It's hugely expensive, especially for South Africans. And they only take a small group of guys, and so it's
surfing.
Best surfing
Really?
in your life. Yeah.
word.
It's just privately owned islands. You stay on the islands, and you can literally just walk and you're
paddle
just
out.
surfing perfect rights or perfect lefts every day, day in, day out. And if the surf is crap there, they put you on a boat and they take you to the next island and you surf there. So
there's always a spot, always another spot. Okay, your final question, your favorite season and why? Oh, what, we got something else here. There we go. There's the Tello Islands. Look at that.
So I mean, look, you're staying in those palms and then you literally can just paddle straight out.
And it's probably a nice sort of a thing wave.
Perfect reef breaks. Yeah.
Jeez,
but it's like I think the cheapest for a 10-day trip out of season is like 4,000 Aussie dollars or 4,000 US dollars or something.
The bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So
Well,
lots of events and lots of saving up to do that. But that's a bucket list. Yeah.
Okay, that's what
I'll be happy when I done that, you know.
All right, your favorite season and why?
I'd have to say summer. I'm a sunshine boy. So
it's a bit cold here at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's cold. I don't mind the cold. I mean, I have fun in the snow when I'm in the UK or wherever. And I've actually always said I want to. You got to do all the different events. So I've done some Saudi stuff in the desert and I felt the heat. And I want to go and do like a Winter Olympics.
Yeah, great.
But just so I can wear big white jackets and run around the snow. You know? But just so I can say I've done all the extremes in the events.
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
I see.
Metallica and Antarctica.
Okay, see, I think Gary's getting together we pull the thing, the lever, and then we do our winner for the night.
Okay.
But Dave, in the meantime, thank you so much for coming on. It's been absolutely fantastic
awesome. Thank you.
and lovely to see you again after such a long break. And I wish you the best in your travels and I hope you have a nice little section with the kids.
They can follow me on Instagram and people post stuff, you know. And this is amazing, you know. So that's it's cool.
Okay.
Let's see where what the next adventure is, you know.
Fantastic. I think we got the screen for it. Let's have a look and see if we got it. Got the screen for our to pull our lever. Hopefully it's going to work. There we go. All the people that are on the that are here, anybody can win it. If you're in South Africa, we can
spin the wheel.
We can send you. Elmary's last week's winner. We got to put it again.
No.
Elmary's won already. She won last week.
You mustn't spin last week's.
Last week's. Can't have that. Let's do it again. All right, let's see. Another one. Another go.
There we go.
All right, we pull again. I think it's. Oh, it looks so close. It's going close. It's going.
Oh,
Ryan, Joe.
Ryan. Blanche.
Excellent.
Tues.
All right, Ryan. Is he in South Africa?
Yeah, he's in Portugal.
Brilliant. Excellent. We're going to send it to you, Ryan.
What does he win?
He wins a case of Fitch and Leeds. There we go. You can add it to your gin. Get yourself a punters. There we go.
He doesn't need any encouragement. Trust me.
Thank you to our sponsors, Spa, and to Amobia for our internet, of course, and Fitch and Leeds for our gift. And we'll see you next Tuesday when we've got Ciolo. Ciolo is on is the MD of Spa here in the Eastern Cape. And he's coming on to chat about his journey as well, which is amazing. Awesome. See you next Tuesday. Thanks.
Cheers.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Don't drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino shot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.